What's up, YouTube? It's your girl jesss.gee, and I'm back with another mother freaking video. Today's video is gonna be my very first story time. So I'm gonna be telling you guys about the time where I got over 160 stitches in my arm. So with that being said, let's just get right into the video. Okay, so when I was 7 years old, back then I was a kid and I didn't really listen to like my mom or whatever. Like, you know, every kid is like hard-headed growing up or whatever. So my mom had let me go outside one day by myself. She was like, I was like really like fiending to go outside because all my friends is outside, but my mom always like made me wait for her like to go outside because I was 7. Even though the park was literally like, this is my house, this is my house, this is the park. Like, if my mom would look out the window, she could see me and everything, but she always made me wait for her to go outside because she didn't really like, I was 7, you know what I'm saying? So, but I was really feeling that day. I'm like, Ma, everybody's outside, like I don't want to wait for you, I'm just go and you come around behind me. And I kept begging. She was like, okay, Jessica, just go. I'm coming outside right after you, don't do nothing crazy, I'm watching you out the window. It's like, okay, whatever. So I finally got to go outside with my friends, blah blah. So at the time they were adding like new slides, new everything. Basically they was doing the whole park over, and it was so like, the park was so cool. It had so many new things that we really never had in our neighborhood, so all the kids was like really excited for the park or whatever. So the guys were still there like during the day fixing up the park, and the park was like almost finished. It was like very little stuff that they had to fix, so they would let us come in while they were working there and play with the stuff that they already had like put up. So they let us in the park, and then when it was time to go, literally the park was like full of kids, and when it was time for them to leave, they was like, okay, we're leaving, you gotta get out, we gotta lock the park up. And nobody would leave the park, so he's just like, lock it, like, so what? We just gonna get out because we could climb over the gate and get out, so lock it, we don't care, we just gonna stay here and play. So I'm having the time of my life, like playing on my friends and stuff like that. And I remember my mom, I don't remember when she came outside, but I knew that if she was outside I wouldn't have been allowed to go in the park. So I was supposed to be watching out for my mom so that before she comes I could get out the park without getting in trouble. But of course my 7-year-old attention span just like went off the grid, and I was too busy enjoying myself, having the time of my life or whatever. And the time of my life, I'm extra, but whatever. So yeah, next thing I know, my mom is like, Jessica, what are you doing in there? Da, 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 like yelling at me and stuff, like, get out of there, you don't belong in there, the park is not open, all that kinds of stuff. So now it's like dark, and all the kids is like, okay, it's getting dark, it's getting creepy, like we're gonna get out the park. But my mom was sitting like right outside the park. It was like benches right outside the park, but she could see me, so she's like, Jessica, get out of there, this is why I don't let you come outside by yourself, blah blah. So I'm like, okay, Mom, I'm coming. So my mom turns around, talks to her friends. She don't know how I got in there. She don't know that I gotta climb the gate to get out the park. She doesn't know nothing, so she's like, just get out of there. And I'm like, all right, I'm coming. So she goes and turn around and talks to her friends or whatever. So you know the black gates that's normally around parks, and it's like spiky at the top? That's the kind of gate that we had to climb over to get out the park. So I go and I'm climbing up, like everybody's taking turns like climbing up the park, climbing up the gate to get up the park. And when it's my turn, I'm climbing up, and once I get to the top, another boy is at the top too. So I'm too busy trying to focus on like climbing up, because you know it's no like real handles or anything, so you have to really climb. So once I get to the top and I look up and I see him, we bump heads and I fall down. Like, all the way from the top, I fell all the way down. I didn't feel hurt or anything. I was just like, oh my god. I was just like really annoyed because like you see me trying to get out and you're gonna keep climbing the gate. Like, so I was just really annoying. And I'm like, oh my god. Like just really like yelling at him, like, why would you come up when I'm trying to get out? And all of a sudden I hear everyone screaming. Like, everybody around me started panicking. It's like, your arm, your arm, your arm. So then I go and I look down at my arm, and literally my whole arm got cut open. I didn't feel anything. Like, when I got up, I fell on my butt and then I got up. I didn't feel anything. So then everybody started panicking, and then I looked down at my arm and I started panicking. So I didn't know what to do. So I started calling my mom, and then when my mom turned around, she was just like she was in shock. I can remember this story like so clearly because I just remember everybody's face. It didn't hurt. What made me cry was like I could see all of like the meat and stuff from my arm. Like, it was just disgusting, and I was panicking and everybody else was panicking. So I just started crying. I didn't know what to do. I was just so hysterical. So then my older sister, my mom is like panicking, telling everybody. So my older sister's like panicking, but she's the only one that's focused. So she climbs over the gate, gets me to the top, and picks me up over. And everybody, my mom called the ambulance, but the ambulance was taking forever. Now we got like this girl that lives in the neighborhood. She was like around my sister's age, and she basically grew up with my sister, so she helped her. And she took off her shirt. She had on like just a sports bra, and she took off her white t-shirt for me and like wrapped it around my arm, like applying pressure. Like, everybody was just like so shocked, like what the heck. So she had tied it around my arm or whatever, and my mom was panicking, like, where's the ambulance, where's the ambulance? And about the time my father came downstairs, like my mom had called my father, about the time my father came downstairs, he was panicking, like what the heck happened? So my mom's best friend, she's like, no, we're not waiting for the ambulance, let's just go, like I'm gonna drive y'all. So we literally ran to the parking lot, which is like at the front of the street, ran to the parking lot, got in the car, and when we're driving out of the parking lot, we see the ambulance coming in. But at that point it's already too late because they were taking forever. So my mom's friend is like driving super fast, like running red lights, just the whole 9 yards. Like, she don't care about nothing, no tickets, no whatever. So once I got to the hospital, they had to numb me up, put me to sleep, and like stitch my arm out. I had dissolvable stitches inside my arm, and then I had stitches outside my arm too. So I had stitches inside and outside, and altogether it was like over 160 stitches to get like my arm like kind of like back together. So I was 7 when that happened. I don't know if I mentioned that already, but yes, I was 7. And now I'm 21, and I still have the scar. Like, that scar is like never going anywhere. And it reminds me like of what happened, but it's not like a horrible memory. It's just like mostly everybody has like a major freak accident growing up. Like, kids is hard-headed, we don't listen. But I'm just glad that it wasn't worse. Like, it could have been worse. Like, things could have went so left, but they didn't, thankfully. And that is the story about when I got over 160 stitches. Don't climb no gates, y'all. Don't climb no gates. Like, every time I see like my little brother like climbing on the gate, I'm like, get down. It's like traumatizing, you know what I'm saying? Like, you better get down. But thank you guys so much for clicking to watch this video. I will see you guys in my next one. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you are not already, leave some comments down below if you had a big accident when you was a kid, or what's your biggest injury you had as a kid. I'm interested. And don't be a Casper, y'all. Don't be a Casper. Don't be a Casper.